first saw Phil when he was probably 16, and had an opportunity to coach him with the Virginia Olympic Development Program, and it was evident right away that he was a little bit different in terms of the type of athlete that he was.
He had a lot of soccer ability, a lot of physical ability, and that he was very versatile. He could play a lot of places. At the time, everybody's looking for goal scorers, and we played him in that role. But as we found out, he could play a lot of places for us.
He was happy to be a guy who played his role, whatever that was that you asked of him, and you kind of knew that within that role he would be a guy that would make a difference in every game, and particularly in big games.
At one point in his senior year, actually, Phil could have had a shot at becoming our all-time leading scorer. But at that time, the team was struggling a bit defensively. We had had some injury issues, and the obvious solution was to move Phil back to sweeper.
He was so effective in that position that he became an All-American there.
He was very happy to go back and help us become a more solid defensive team. So I'll always associate him with that particular decision. Phil was a very important part of our 2002 team, which went on the road in the NCAA tournament and beat Duke at Duke, advanced past UVA on penalties at UVA. It's a very tough thing for any team from William & Mary to go on the road against two ACC teams and beat them both.
The team was very successful during Phil's 4 years, and he was a huge part of that, whether it was scoring big goals or plugging a hole somewhere. I mean, we always knew that we could play him in places.
I would say a leader, but a leader by example, and certainly had the respect of all the players.
By the time he was a senior, I think he knew obviously that he was the best player on the team, and that people were going to be looking to him for leadership. He was always a guy that when the whistle blew, you could count on him, and you knew that he was going to give you everything you had when he was out there.
Phil, congratulations on your induction.
And it's really exciting for me to be able to help introduce you into the William & Mary Athletics Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Philip Hucles.
Good evening. I think it was former President Roosevelt who said about speeches, be brief, be sincere, be seated. And I hope to emulate a much better man than me. I don't actually know if he said that. I think it was President Lincoln who said if it's on the internet, it must be true. So who knows if that's true or not. I really don't have too much to say other than a few thank yous. First and foremost, thank you so much to the people that made me the person that is standing before you today. And it starts with my parents who, similar to what Lang said, if anyone knows them, they know that they are two of the most supportive people to both myself and my sister, who couldn't be here today but is also pretty okay at soccer. I want to say thank you to her for being such a great role model to me. I want to say thank you to my extended family, which also includes not only blood relatives but the friends that have supported me throughout my entire career, and really have shaped me into the person that whatever accomplishments I've made as a student athlete here, they are directly responsible. Last two things that I want to say thank you to are my teammates, several of which are here or waiting at Paul's Deli for me after the ceremony concludes. I think that it made whatever I did here a lot easier, having great teammates. And a big thanks to Al Albert and Chris Norris. Chris did mention that I met him when I was 15 or 16. I'm very happy to have gone on that trip, to have made that connection. I think otherwise it may have been could have been a different outcome. He made a great impact on me at an impressionable age. And I think he's going to do a great job continuing in the footsteps of one of the greats, Al Albert. So thank you very much to the committee. Thank you all for coming out tonight, and especially congratulations to the other inductees. Thank you.